Hello and welcome back to my playthrough of Castlevania, Symphony of the Night. Last time we basically explored just this little bit of the castle, got things kind of started off. We came in from the beginning on the bottom left there down that long corridor, looped up and around to where I am now, and then made a clockwise rotation through that section of the map, beat one boss, and led right back here. And now we're going to sort of double back on the way that I got here. So there's multiple ways you can get to places in this castle, your options for navigating only expand as you play further into the game, which is kind of cool. One thing this game does very well is navigation. Because you have to crisscross this map lots of times to get to places. And the fact that it lets you very quickly go from place to place, and later there'll be fast travel. I knew that was the bottle. Why did I do that? There's fast travel that opens up, and they're spaced well enough that you can't go anywhere you like, but you can get someplace really close to it in, a minute or two. So the navigation is good without being overly... You're not overly burdened with options, but there are strong options where you need them, really. So they did a really good job with the placement on that. Another one like that is Metroid Dread. Once you open up the fast travels, they're pretty well placed. I think the ones in Metroid Dread, I think they did a really good job. It takes a long time before you get them, though, and really because in Metroid Dread, you get them opened up in pairs, and so you can go between one and the other, and one and the other, and then eventually, practically, I'm just going to pass through these, not that much effort. Eventually, once you've passed through a lot of them and you do a whole bunch, then I think all of the fast travels link up. You don't necessarily need them in the game, in the regular gameplay, but when you're searching for every last room and every last item you can get and all sorts of other things, the fast travel in Metroid Dread is nice to have, and so they did a decent job with it, because it lets you use it when you need it and you're not running around before you need it. It keeps you pretty well focused on where you're supposed to be. This game has a lot more crisscross in it, and going back and forth through the same areas over again. And so the fast travel in it, again, opens up at a good pace and is useful. I've got another leather shield. Oh, goody. I could put a leather shield in each hand. Alright, hearts are maxed out. Alright, now we can get back up here and start progressing the rest of the map. We're gonna kill the Ouija table. Oh, it served me tea. No tea that time. Flea Man. Don't like if you miss time off their initial attack. So hard to get back from that.
You
Hello.
seem human, and yet, what do you here?
I've come to destroy this castle.
Then we have the same purpose. I'll trust you for now. I'm Maria.
So Maria's that little girl who saved Richter at the beginning of the game.
Not the talkative type, I can see. Well, perhaps we'll meet again, if you live that long. Farewell.
So now the conversation lasts just long enough that you will always see this thing open or close. Which, again, they timed it perfectly to make sure that you get to see that. And that happens once every minute, on the minute, I think is the timing on it. So if you just stand here long enough, you would see it open again. And there's a secret passage on each side of this that take you somewhere. And again, if you look at the ceiling, there's another one directly above you, which we can't get to yet. The castle is full of those things. And that's one of those things where once you've got a new ability, you come back and you can explore. And it might be just a single room with some treasure in it, or it might be open up a whole new wing of the castle. Morning set. Okay. Set of what? Set of tea? I'm not British, I don't know these things. Not the clock. Again, has its uses in very limited places in the game. If you need it to access a couple of parts of the castle. Okay, that part's explored. Hello, bike table. See, and you can see this clearly is going to open up later. Something's going to open that. Alright, next place for the daggers. I'm not even sure the right way of a different way to kill them, because I always killed them that way. Quick and easy. Interesting design, we'll go with that. And coming up on some plants that I don't like. Best way to kill them is by being bold. Get in there. Get that early hit before they can spew seeds at you, because if the seed hits you, you get turned to stone, not the axe. And you don't take damage from the seed, you don't take damage from being stone, but then they start shooting little poison darts at you, and they're just a pain. And being stoned, just such a hassle. In this game. I don't know what it's like to be stoned in real life. But a little bit of money. We need a little bit of money to sort of start things off here. Money isn't worthless in this game, but it's pretty close. Hello, bird. 3 birds in the nest. I don't remember ever seeing more than one. Bye, bird. What we got here? Telescope. Show me something, telescope. There's a boatman. Okay. Bye, birds. Whoop. Yep. I can't actually make it up this ledge with a regular jump, but I want to show this. Mist can pass. And if I get hit right at the top of the jump there, it can push you up and over. But this is, you need this little boost of a ledge here to get back up. Kind of annoying. You're big and scary. And I don't need to go in there yet anyway. I'll be back. Yo. Can't make that jump up there. Blue Axe Knights. I think this is the Axe Knight you play as if you use the name code. If you stay close to them, they like lunge forward at you with an attack. They're slightly more smarter about it than their green cousins. Alright. Hearts should be... Nope. Was not yet maxed. Now? Yeah, okay, now we're maxed. Good. Alright, let's see how I do against this next boss. He has given me trouble in the past. Last time I beat him pretty handily, which means this time he will probably kick my butt. I think that is this next? No, that's a heart. Thinking of a different place. I do like this detail. The fact that there's a metal door here ripped outwards. So something got out from in here. Little details like that are all over the place, and I love it. Easy to pass up and not appreciate, though. Yep. What you don't want to do is back him into a corner. Gotcha! Not too bad. Every time you get that little glow there, the blue outline, your magic automatically refills. Magic is that blue flashy bar above my hearts, which I don't have any spells right now, and I don't have any shape-changing ability, so I'm not using magic. Gladius is better than my short sword. See, the Basilard I picked up earlier, worse than the beginning sword you get from killing that first skeleton, so kind of pointless. I don't know why they do that. Gladius, slight increase. But anything is helpful at this point. So you cannot make this jump. Not quite. You hit your head and you fall short. So, right up here, can't use the elevator yet. Our next destination would be, in reality, a wonderful place to go. Library. Love the soundtrack here. Now these bad guys have a really good drop that I will farm if I don't get it quickly, because it's fantastic. They're also good for XP at this point. It's not the Hide Caress. See how long it takes to get it. See? Level up, nice XP. One purse and some money here. Really, the money is nice just so you've got some beginning cash. But this is also a good example of one of my favorite attack techniques in the game. If you look, when I jump in, right before I get down to him, I'm doing a downward and diagonal attack, and then attacking again when I hit the ground. And so it's an easy way to get a quick double tap against some bad guys. So it's a very powerful technique that is applicable pretty much the entire game. Drop rate on this sword is not horrible, but it's not great. So sometimes, if this takes me too much longer, I'm going to cut all this out, and I will just cut back to when I have the sword. Not another high tourist. If I could sell those, that would be worth it. Alright, there it is, the Rapier. Took me a few minutes. A couple I think, farmed 2 more hide cuirasses and got 2 levels during that time. So the Rapier is a great sword. It's a slight improvement over the Gladius. Actually, it's a pretty solid improvement at this point in the game. But normally, it's like, oh good, it's got a higher attack power. And it's green. Whoop-de-doo. But the Rapier also again, does that with the same fireball command. Like I said, I need some practice. It doesn't work for me quite as well on the Xbox controller. So that rapid attack is very nice on a boss or 2. I will not be intentionally using it on regular bad guys, but it will occasionally pop out just as I'm frantically pushing buttons at times. But against main enemies on the map, friggin' flea man. Against main enemies on the map, it's not terribly needed. It's also bad you get stuck in that position for so long while you're flashing your sword around. Yeah, so I picked up 3 hide cuirasses. Somewhere in there. And if you could sell them, then that would be worthwhile. But you can't. Flea guy. Damn it! These guys are so annoying. I don't know if you saw it, I forgot to point it out this time. In that room where we picked up the bronze cuirass, there was a hole in the ceiling, which is kind of random. But it's like an open shaft. Just straight up out of the top of the room. These guys do not get hit by them, they will curse you and you will be unable to use your sword. Picked up several uncursed items while farming for the Rapier. So, not a huge deal, it's just an annoyance to suddenly lose the ability to swing your sword. And if you don't have the anti-curse items handy, then you're in a lot of trouble. Normally, destroying books goes against everything, I believe. But, you know, these are evil and they're trying to kill me, so... I take very good care of my books. They're books that I've had for 20, 30 years plus that are still in solid condition. It usually takes, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 read-throughs of a book before there's any noticeable wear and tear on the spine. Assuming I'm the only one reading it. If I lend it out, then... Alright, nice empty room here. With heart and $25. Now this, right here, 25 bucks, but you can quickly go in and out of this room and farm that if you're a little bit shy of money when you get here to the librarian.
It's been a long time, old one.
Oh, Master Alucard!
It's you, Master Alucard.
I look like Da Vinci!
I need your help.
Young Master, I cannot aid one who opposes the Master.
I have
You
principles!
won't go unrewarded.
Oh,
Really?
you're going to pay me.
In that
Never
case,
mind.
just tell me what you need.
I'm interested in this.
Jewel of Open is the main thing you need.
Thank
Because
you.
you can't progress the game without it. And then at the very bottom is the castle map, which will
Thank you.
automatically reveal a little bit for you. The magic scrolls here, if you know the command for it, if you know the button combo, so again, sort of like throwing attacks in Street Fighter, there are different spells you can cast. If you accidentally hit that button combo, you can also cast the spell, I believe. Because there's definitely times, at some point in this playthrough, there is a non-zero chance that Alucard will suddenly yell, Soul Steel! And cast a spell. I will never come back here and buy this, unless I just happen to come back here at the end of the game with a crap ton of money for some reason. But 15,000, I don't know that any spell is worth that, and I don't ever use these spells intentionally in my playthrough, so it's not worth the money. I don't know what this is. I don't remember if I've ever bought it before. It is not in the PlayStation version that I had, because that I would certainly remember paying 500,000 coin for something. But I don't know what it is. I don't know that I've ever bothered to get it even on subsequent playthroughs. There's a lot of cool stuff in here, nothing really mind-blowing. Don't know there's a whole lot that's worth the money. I eventually might come back and pick up the Elven Cloak if I come back here at a time when I have enough money. Reverse Cloak. Defense bonus of 2, not bad at this point. I might grab that. Iron Cuirass is only a 1 point bonus, not a big deal. 1 point. See, there's not a whole lot that's really worthwhile. The swords are interesting. Look at that. 32 compared to my 21. But that's a lot of money. So, your basic elemental damage. Sword named Harper for some reason. If it plays music when you swing it, that might be worthwhile, just because. Yeah, a throwing star for 15,000. One use. You can buy all sorts of stuff in here, but again, none of it's really worthwhile. I am gonna pick up that cloak.
Thank you.
I don't remember how long it is until
I'm interested in this.
Thank you.
you can actually get a new cloak.
I'm
So
interested
you can
in
fight
this.
tactics on how to fight things that you've already fought.
I'm interested in this.
Information on monsters you've already killed. And lots of different sounds.
Farewell
it's
for
interesting.
now.
So we're going to equip that cloak. Dual-colored reversible cape. Ooh. So now the cloak changes color. So now I'm blue with a light maroon interior. Now if you look at the librarian there, he is sitting right over the top of that hole in the ceiling where the bronze cuirass was in the room below us. So I just kind of assume the librarian never leaves this spot, and that's just where he goes to the bathroom. And based on the placement of the cuirass, apparently this guy craps out bronze cuirasses because it was right there, and that's a talent, I gotta say. Show my shield. So now we look slightly cooler than we did before. But yeah, so if you're short on money, you can always farm that 25 coin at a pop and get yourself to where you need to be. But if you're short a couple thousand, obviously that will take you a long time. So you can't make that jump. Big plant over there. Alright, so now come up here. Missed it. We need this, the fairy scroll, because now it will show us the names of all the things we're fighting. Ouch, I know better than that. Sorry, books. If you didn't try to kill me, I wouldn't hurt you. Go Fahrenheit 451 on you. Notice you can't attack them right away. So if you miss time to jump, you end up swinging it thin air for some reason. Pentagram! There's a ton of little usable weapons and items like that in the game as well that I almost never even touch. I come up here, duck. Thank you. So they're just not, they kind of blink and whoop, and then sometimes they come after you like a madman after you attack them. So if you leave them alone, they just sit there in a fixed pattern and they're pretty easy to avoid. And they're not worth aggravating, really. Alright. Done with the library for now. So we're going to take a quick jaunt up to the top of the screen. See accidental. Missed time that one. Shoot you with daggers. Now, these things are Tusken Raiders, and you cannot ever convince me otherwise. Just seriously. There's a room of those things later in the game that's actually quite problematic, and I avoid it. Alright, we'll need that in the room in a second. Nope, yep, stoned. The yellow Medusa heads turn you to stone. The blue ones do not. They're just annoying. Every time. Yup. Yup. Alright, so smack this thing around for a second. And the elevator has activated. This one. And we get our first shape change. Soul of the Wolf. Alright, now there's actually... We can go down the elevator. It's only 2 stops. Quick and easy. Technically, it's faster. But now... Wolf Alucard. Hey-yo! Nope. Nope. Come on. Alright, hard to time that one. It's such a short ledge, but I don't want to fall down because then I have to go all the way back around to get back up here. Alright, we're going to make a... Let's see. Wrong button. So above me, there's a little room, there's a save point up there, but there's not really a point in going up yet. Because you can go up and across that big room and across all those rooms up there, but there's not really a need to yet. And I think you can only get so far, and it's way more of a hassle than it's worth to try and work it out. So we're not even going to try. Instead, our choices are to go back down and across to the left to that area where we came through, and there's a door that's open now with the Jewel of Open and a couple of switches you can open and go places. But instead, now that we have the Jewel of Open, we're going to go in here, and this is our first teleport room. And if you pay attention to the top of above the keyhole, there's a scorpion there. And that's how you know what room you're in without having to look at the map. And so you come in here, you push up, and you teleport. And this one will take you to the horse. And now I can go back and forth between the horse and the scorpion. And every time you open up a new teleporting room, it is added to your map, and you will cycle through there, I think in a clockwise order. Could be counterclockwise, but anyway, you'll go in a regular rotation through them on your map as all the ones you've explored, and so you can quickly get around the castle. The rocks that teleport with you are, at this point, a curiosity. You have no idea why they're there. So this, if you remember, we saw this in the previous video the first time we came through this area. Now we're back to where we first got the very first short sword. We're going to go a little bit further before we cut the video. We're going to go advance the plot just a tad. Hearts are max, so I don't need to worry about that. I compulsively break all the torches. It's kind of like breaking boxes in the Final Fantasy VII Remake. They're there, you have to do it. You can't not break the boxes every time you see boxes. So I have a tendency to break these candles, even when I know there's nothing in them that I want, and even sometimes things in them that I don't want. A bone scimitar. I don't remember ever getting that before. It's probably not as good as the rapier, but... Where did it go? Oh, is that just the name of the bad guy? I thought that was an item I picked up. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, okay, that's the bad guy. Not paying attention. I thought I didn't think it. See, right up there at the top. Sorry, right up there at the top. There's an opening. Can't get there yet. Yeah, I thought that Bone Scimitar appeared after I killed it, meaning that I had picked up a Bone Scimitar. Problem is, when you kill things too fast, it's easy to be confused as to what's actually happening. Alright. Totally worth it. All the times I've been poisoned by those stupid things. So we are backtracking. Again, a staple of this game and this genre. But everything's a lot easier now, so we can move more quickly through the castle. That should be the save point. Is that safe? Yeah, that's the save point. And this is where we fought the first boss last time. And that's an axe that I don't want in this torch. So instead of going right, we're going to go down here to the left. And this would not have been available to us last time because of this door, which takes the Jewel of Open. But now we can progress the plot and say hello to Maria again.
So, we meet again, Alucard.
What's up?
It seems so.
As friendly as ever, I see. It's strange. This castle is different than I remember it.
Because the game devs changed it.
This castle is a
And this is a
creature
good
of
reason.
chaos.
Nice
It may take
in-canon
many
explanation for why
incarnations.
they can change the castle
So I
around.
can't trust my memories, huh? Oh well, I'll do my best. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you for the in-game explanation. And a little bit of dialogue. New area. Royal Chapel. I dig this music. We'll start it again in a second, sorry. But actually, we'll start it again next time. This is where we'll stop. So, thank you for joining me. Come back for the rest of the series. I will be finishing off the game all the way through with as full a completion as I can possibly get. I still am missing 0.1% of the castle somewhere that I don't know where to find it. Maybe we'll find it with this playthrough. Anyway, thanks for watching. Give the video a like, and hope everybody's having a good day. Bye.